we need to do some cleaning. So I don't know about you, but sometimes I just need like that little extra bit of motivation of like seeing somebody else doing a thing that I need to be doing as well. And I love watching cleaning videos, all right? So I'm making this for you. I'm making this for me. I'm making this for just all of us who need that little extra push to maybe just tidy up a little bit of clutter. Maybe you're just tackling one little room at a time. Maybe you're just tackling one pile at a time. That's okay. This is probably gonna span a couple days just because I feel like there's a lot to do. Well, I'd like to get most of it done today actually, so I can just relax on the weekend. But this is clutter happening in this room at the moment. Boxes from Christmas decorations, etc. And like the chairs that don't really fit in the dining room right now because it's full of other clutter. We don't really eat at this table that often, and it's a nice big beautiful table, therefore it just becomes a catch-all for things that don't really have a home or do have a home. This is where I do my sewing, but I haven't sewn in a little bit because I can't decide on the pattern that I want to use for my next little like project that I want to make. So I'm not gonna force that. I'm just gonna let that come to me when it does, and then I will tackle that. Why is that globe there? That globe doesn't really have a house. It just kind of floats around and does whatever it wants to do. This little table here, little side credenza, it sort of becomes a bit of a catching zone as well there. But we also got some temporary stuff on there, like our gingerbread houses, Christmas gifts for family, etc., etc. The living room is honestly not so bad. It was just ornaments that need to go on the tree, but we'll be doing that this weekend, so those will be staying there until the tree is decorated. But maybe that will be part of just tidying up and organizing.
I just remembered my vacuum and I are fighting.
Let's just start tidying up a little bit. Just dealing with some of this clutter, putting things away in their houses, okay? If you watched my last video, you'll know I was a little bit sad that I didn't get an advent calendar, or at least I didn't find the one that I really wanted to get this year. But I found some. I did find one. 12 days of hot chocolate, Harry Potter. Color changing with a little stirring wand. This one's for me. Very excited about it, actually. I love hot chocolate, and I'm sure it's not going to be anything super exciting and different, but it's just fun to have like a little advent treat. You know what I mean? I love it. It's just tradition. It's like a routine. It's just ritual, okay? And the other one that I got just for fun is a 12 days of hot sauce. Just because it's like fun to try, you know? Fun to try new things. I don't know if we'll like all of these because there's some like pretty darn spicy ones in here. There's like a Carolina Reaper hot sauce, and I don't really think either of us are very into that kind of thing, but we'll see. So I just thought, you know, fun little 12 days also. Can't go wrong. I got these both at World Market. It's like my first time ever going into that store, and that was really exciting. I loved all of that stuff. That's dangerous. That's a dangerous store for a person like me. So many trinkets. Okay, cleaning time. Laundry, undies. Don't look at the undies. My laptop doesn't really have a home. I'm not sure where it should live. So I was just trying to figure out where I should need to keep my cutting mat when it's not in use. And I just came across this really good idea of just hanging it on your door on like a pants hanger. And what a great idea. When Briggs was a puppy, there was only two things that he destroyed. One, a heating blanket that I had bought for myself that I just found randomly. That like, why didn't I throw that out? Gotta throw that out. And two, this little Christmas tree guy. He just chewed that base right on up. What a silly little puppy. I think that was him anyway. Maybe that was someone else. No, I think that was him. These are our gingerbread houses that we bought to set up together this year, and I'm so excited about it. While yes, I absolutely could make my own gingerbread and like make our own cool custom gingerbread houses, Target makes it just so easy for us. Non-spawn, obviously, but sick. Grant chose the Holiday Mansion, and I chose the Illuminated Manor, and very excited. It's gonna be so much fun! I've made the decision that it's okay for these things to live here until we get to them because it's a temporary Christmas thing, so it's fine. That's how I feel too. Overwhelmed myself a little bit, I think. There's just like bins everywhere, and I don't know where to start or what to do with them. I have this garland that last year and the year before I wrap around like the staircase and put like a little timer, like a battery timer of lights around it. I think it looks really, really cute, but my garland is kind of falling apart a little bit because it was like a DIY boy. I just added my own little bits and pieces into it, and they've kind of all started to fall off a bit, so I'm a little bit scared to take it out of the box and look at it. And I'm thinking maybe I should just put the garland somewhere else. My gift to myself this year. Merry Christmas. All right, Tara, stop farting around. Let's get to work. I think I'm gonna make the executive decision to not put my garland up this year and just rethink next year. I'll just keep it simple. Boxes put away. All right, I'm taking a break for now, but I think we did a good start in tidying, minus this Christmas stuff that I have to deal with. Table looks so much better. Things have been dusted. Things have just been a little bit organized. I at least organized some stuff here, and the dogs really want to go for a walk. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and I'll be back to clean later. We're doing such a clean that we're washing curtains. Feels good, fresh. Feels so fresh. Oh my God. Jesus Christmas. Well, if you know, you'll know that that's kind of Briggs' perch. That's where he likes to hang out on the couch. And that whole windowsill just gets nasty. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Can you see how dirty that is? This side of curtain where a certain somebody's paws hit all the time? Bro, how nasty are your feet? Dogs are so gross, you guys. Still love them though. Good excuse to just get a vacuum up there though and dust all the cobwebs that like to hide up there. Yeah, nasty. I hope I have OxyClean. Bye-bye curtains, have a good time in there. You guys have never been in my basement before. Welcome. It's a classic old house basement. It's cool. Cool basement. Very dusty up there. Here's the nastiness of Briggs hanging out on this windowsill that I clean, I feel like, just way too often. Like, should I just put towels here and just rotate them out? I'm just a happy little dog. Oh my God. That looks so much better. These screens certainly need to be fixed and cleaned, but that is not a today project. That will be a future project. Sound good? Sounds good. Hey guys, remember that time I was making a cleaning video and then you can't even tell by now that my house was cleaned at all? Help! Help me! Help me! It doesn't help when your husband is just like ADHD as heck and can't complete the mission. You know what I mean? He can't complete the task to save his life. There's just piles. There's just things. Bless him. Love him. Oh, why isn't my tree plugged in? Oh my god. We gotta remedy this. May I just say, every single comment in my last video was all of you guys agreeing with me that you hate LED lights?
Yes!
Why are they so popular? Who's liking them? Who's buying them on purpose? I guess I shouldn't really ask that question because a lot of lights like in our neighborhood are definitely LED, so clearly there are people out there buying them. There are people out there who love them. I do not get it. Look at this tree. Oh, she's been decorated and I'm obsessed. I love her so much. I need to point out something really funny to you. So you'll remember a couple minutes ago, we washed my curtains, right? And I was hanging them back up and I was like, funny, I don't remember being able to see the pattern on the bottom of these curtains here. You'll see there's like some stripage down there at the bottom because when I bought the curtains, I couldn't find any just like plain ones. And I figured they're hiding behind the couch, it's fine. However, they are no longer hiding behind the couch because the curtains shrunk like a solid 1.5 feet. I shit you not. I tumble dried as low as possible for the least amount of time. These motherfuckers have shrunk like a 1.5 feet. I was like, am I going crazy? And I looked at like an older video just to see like where I can see the curtains in the back. It's ridiculous. I'm like, Target, where are you getting these curtains from? Why are they not pre-washing their fabric? Like, what the hell, you guys? Anyway, yeah, this living room, just an absolute disaster already. The kitchen has been one zone that has been kept relatively nice. This was nice and clean. Somebody gave up on their gingerbread house, and it wasn't me, because here's mine. Yeah, so I did my gingerbread house. I had a good time. Grant did not have a good time. He didn't even attempt to decorate. You'll notice, empty house. Because as he was assembling it, it fell apart and then he got upset. So he just never finished it. That was just a gingerbread house. Also, I made a little short trying this hot chocolate from the advent calendar. Like going in, blind taste test, hadn't tasted it before, got the real ass reaction on camera. It is nasty, but I feel like I'm too scared to post it because when you post a short, like it's, I don't know, it just seems scarier because it's like more likely that more people will see it who like don't like know me and don't know the kind of like, I don't know, I just feel like I'm scared. I'm just too scared to post it. It's just sitting in my like uploads. It's all processed. It's ready to go. There's a title, but I'm like, I can't post it. I don't know why. I'm just like too scared to for some reason. But it did not go well. That is not a good hot chocolate. And then I was looking at the ingredients. Not even one little like speck of chocolate in the ingredients. Not even one. I'm like, sorry, why are you calling this hot chocolate when there's no chocolate in here? Incredibly disappointing. Super, super let down. But I did open up a couple of the hot sauces from the hot sauce advent calendar, tasted them, and they are pretty good. I just do like one every other day. And so far we have original hot sauce, wasabi hot sauce, and a garlic hot sauce, which is really tasty. And they're just like, you know, they're good. They're not too spicy, and I'm actually enjoying them a lot. So that's pretty nice. I think I want some like good hot chocolate. And by good hot chocolate, I mean this stuff. The Swiss Miss reduced calorie hot chocolate. I don't know what it is about it. Like, I'm not concerned about the calories in a hot chocolate, but there is just something so good. It's like a little bit salty and it's like kind of watery tasting, and I love that. I don't know why. Could not tell you why I love it. I love this shit so much. So I'm gonna make up a cup of hot chocky. I have a little bit of a secret hot chocky tip. When you're making it like this from a powdery mix, if you just put like just a tiny amount of liquid in it first into the dry, like that much. Make it a paste first, like that. Hot chalky paste. Then when you add your water, it's not gonna be all chunky and floaty, and it'll dissolve so much easier. Hot chalky. on the packet it said that it was best before June 2022. It's December 2023 now. It tastes fine. What could be wrong with it? But I think this is gonna be it for this video because can't keep the house clean no matter what I do. So why even bother? Let's just live in a pigsty from now on, okay? Okay. We did what we could and it's better than it was. And tomorrow it will be worse. And that's all right. That's just what being an adult is. Cleaning 24/7 in it. So that was, did I just say in it like a British person? I guess this is gonna be it for now. So thanks for hanging out guys and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye! See you in the next video.